ribcage muscles, also called as the ventilatory muscles, also called as ventilatory muscles. So here the main point is these ventilatory muscles are skeletal muscles. Okay, these are striated skeletal muscles. These are striated skeletal muscles. Striated skeletal muscles. These skeletal muscles are differ from the other skeletal muscles in our human body. The first variation, okay, the first difference is that the muscles of ventilation, these muscles of ventilation is having increased, it is having increased fatigue resistance. So that what it means, these muscles can work without fatigue more time. These muscles can work without fatigue more time. And one more, these muscles has to work throughout life. These muscles has to work throughout life, whether the person is taking rest or maybe he is doing activity like dance, exercise, either fighting, whatever. Rest and activity, these muscles has to work throughout life. And third point, these muscles will work against the elastic activity or feature or function or property of the lungs. So these muscles are going to act against the elastic property of the lungs in the human body. And one more, the neurological control of these ventilatory muscles is like voluntary and involuntary. Voluntary can happen and involuntary also can happen. Voluntary and involuntary both will happen. And one more, fifth point, if suppose this is the rib cage, okay, any muscle which is attaching to the rib cage, that can able to do the ventilation. Suppose if we take quiet breathing means like the patient is in rest. If the patient is in rest, some group of muscles will work, Suppose if the patient is in activity, if he is doing activity like exercise, okay, that time some other group of muscles will help, some other group of muscles are going to help. So here the point is, when patient is doing quiet breathing, here only primary muscles of ventilation we require for quiet breathing like rest. If we are doing activity or forced breathing, where we need forced breathing means, suppose if the patient is got some disease, so maybe one reason, otherwise primary muscles are not working properly, so that time we need other group of muscles which we require for the ventilation. So that's the point is, the muscles which are connected to the rib cage, whatever, these muscles has the potential to help in the ventilation.